part in major pentatonics, and as you will have gathered from part one, there's been some very good news. A lot of part one was about explaining about the difference between the application of a major pentatonic and a minor pentatonic. A minor pentatonic, you know, when something's minor in rock, it's always minor. When it's major in rock or pop, it's a mixture. But it's not always like that. If we're playing something which is almost more classical, you don't go, do you? Okay, so there you would have a slightly different approach again, but you have to think of it a bit like a sort of a grayscale. So, you know, let's say you've got Ace of Spades one end, which is very, very minor. You've got things like the Joker and so forth in the middle, and then arguably things like Wherever I Lay My Hat, Let It Be, and so forth, where they're much more major sounding. However, we're going to concern ourselves with that kind of slightly bluesy edged major pentatonic, and that's going to be very important for us if we're going to develop our blues playing to you know, a stage where it's interesting to listen to. And what I mean by that is you know, most guitar players, when they play over a 12-bar blues, when they get to the end of the solo, the main thing they feel is relief, because they've got this thing about, this is something I should know how to play, and I never know what to play over it. So that's something for another day. But okay, so going back to our C major pentatonic. Okay, now one of the things people seem to get themselves very caught up with is having to have a set piece, and this is far from that. You've got to judge how much or little you need to season what you're doing. So for example, let's say I've written notes here. Okay, that's one way of playing. Or you could do again, slightly more bluesy. More aggressive still. So you need to decide how much or little of stuff that you use. But okay, in terms of passing notes then, minor to major third. And again, always think about where your root is. Okay, we move up the scale. Cheating slightly there, but obviously you don't just stay within one scale and say, that's it, I switch my ears off, I know what scale it is, I'll just keep playing until I get to the other end. That's not what it should be about at all. The scales are there as a starting point for your vocabulary, and as I said in previous videos, you've got to use your ear and let that tell you where to go. So if you know this is good, and you know this is good, then so that's about it for this video. I'm going to do another one which will show us how some of those notes shake down in our other minor pentatonic shape. Anyway, for now that's it. Thanks very much for listening, and please hit the subscribe button if you could, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.